Hey everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. Whether you're watching, whether you're listening, whether you're here in the United States or across the world, thank you so much for making Voices for Voices one of the top shows in the world, the top podcasts in the world. We're just so grateful for you. If you can give us a big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, reach out to 25 or 50 your contacts in your phone. Let them know about Voices for Voices. Word of mouth is awesome, and each of you are awesome for joining us, no matter how long or how short you've been with us. We want to greet you and say thank you so much for joining us. We're glad to have you with us, and it's an incredible time here at Voices for Voices. We're getting closer and closer to reaching that humongous goal of reaching 3 billion people, reaching and helping 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond, as well as reaching over 300 countries, territories, and provinces. We're well over 110 at this point, and help us reach over 3,000 cities across the world. We're well over, I think, 11, 1,200 cities that we've reached thus far. And the whole reason it's because of you. It's not because of us. We're just um, we're just the mouthpiece of sharing content, sharing stories, events, uh, and we really just want to help people. That's been my goal from day one with Voices for Voices, and that is continuing, and it will continue for the duration of this organization, which isn't a fly-by-night organization. This is a uh, century, 2 century uh, long business organization. We are a nonprofit, 501(c)(3) nonprofit charity organization. So anything you're able to do, if you're able to pitch in a dollar, we would greatly appreciate that. You can head on over to lovevoices.org, lovevoices.org, and lovevoices.org. That is LOVEVOICES .org. And I'm Justin Allen Hayes, here with Voices for Voices. Uh, it it's really an incredible time here at the organization, and also a very impatient time at at times, uh, where those of you who have had projects or had goals that you're working on. You hear Jingle Bell, that's our dog Lucy. So uh, you're probably hearing it. uh, People think, wait a minute, am I hearing a bell? What's going on? And so impatience. That's what we're going to talk about with this show. Uh, I'm an impatient person. I don't like I don't like to wait. I like for, we have ideas, we have projects, we have different things. We don't want to wait, right? That's why there's what's called fast food restaurants where you can order. Oh, now Lucy's growling too. So uh she's got plenty to eat, plenty of water to drink, so she's good. She's just playing with her chew toy. Uh and so it's, we're impatient, as I just stated with. I don't want to wait 15 minutes, 10 minutes for my food. I want it right now. I want to order it in my car, in my truck, on my bike, and then I want to pull just around the building, not around the whole building, just, you know, maybe half of the building, if that. And then I want to pay, and then I want to pick up my food. And so that's what I'm talking about, being impatient. And that is not the easiest to do uh, with, bigger projects, bigger, uh, yeah, bigger projects, bigger things, uh, and even some small things. And it really doesn't matter what size of the project or what size of that thing is that you want to complete. Maybe it's a Lego. I'm not very Lego inclined. I'm not a very uh, artist inclined. I prefer coloring than than drawing. So that's just me. I've found that's like my part that I like to do when I have the opportunity is the coloring. And and so having an adult coloring book is kind of helpful because the pictures are already drawn. There's sometimes numbers that relate to the colors, and sometimes there's not. Uh, and so that impatience of, oh, do I have to wait? Do I have to wait for this to be drawn before I can color it or paint it? That's that's just me. Fast food, not is not usually the healthiest. Um, Not usually the healthiest food. And that's okay. Uh, because we're just talking about, patience and patience. And as it relates to a prior episode, very recent episode actually, talking about how we took the idea of having an audio only podcast, actually two audio only podcasts, and then how we worked our way. Again, this is, oh my, 4 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, maybe five, to where we are today. And if you would have asked me back at that point, you know, hey Justin, do you do you think in several years that you would be here, that you're reaching people, that you're helping people near and far, and the amount of episodes, amount of cities, amount of territories, countries, provinces, etc. I probably would have said you're crazy or I'm crazy for bringing it up. As I as I talked through one of our earlier episodes, it may actually even be the episode right before this one, depending on when it drops. Um, and so we'd look at the evolution of how we get from point A to point B. And we've talked about this many, many, many times. It's very rarely a straight line. There's peaks, there's valleys. Sometimes there's more peaks, sometimes there's more valleys. And so that's where that pay we hear you, Lucy. Sometimes it's just so unpredictable, and we just have to I don't want to say, say kind of go with the flow. If we're doing what we love, if we're doing what we feel like we're meant to do, which I do with Voices for Voices, then it doesn't feel like as much of work as something different. If I didn't feel that I was being called to be a doctor, then even though that is a very, very noble profession, and I just I don't have the stomach to be able to do that. Uh, you know, bless everybody, bless the doctors, nurses, the techs, everybody, the anesthesiologists, everybody that's involved. Uh, it's and it's especially with we talk about medical care, that oftentimes takes time. And so we just have to take time. It's not easy. It's not fun. It's not something we look forward to. It absolutely is not something we look forward to. I look forward to completing a project, getting something done and out. And part of it is I feel like I have to show what I've done. And my counselor and psychiatrist, they know the medical terms and diagnoses and that come with that. But I do. I feel like I got to show like here's what I'm doing because it's a little bit unorthodox. It's more accepted now than it was 10, 20 years ago. What we're doing here at Voices for Voices, but it's unorthodox for the majority of people. And so I get it. I can see how it can seem like where's the deliverables? Why isn't it happening quicker? And I wonder the exact same thing. What's taking so long? The deliverables, where are they at? And so like I'm like a child. Like, look what I've done. Look what I've done. And then if it's not a topic that relates to somebody, then it can even be a worse thing of you spent your time on this topic, and it comes down to not everybody's gonna love every single thing we do. Doesn't matter who we are, doesn't matter where we live, doesn't matter how much money we have, doesn't matter any of that. It doesn't. That's why it matters so much for us to do what we feel that we're called to do, what we love to do, because nobody's going to pick up on it if we're not believing ourselves. If we don't have that belief ourselves, might as well pack it in. And I felt like that many a times of, well, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? And the closer I got to those feelings and those thoughts, then something else happens. And it's like, oh, that's why. That's why we're still here. And so every day, every moment is not going to be filled with all these accolades. It's just not. And so that's where the patience comes in that I'm not great at. I'm not great at having the patience. But we have to have patience because, like I said, a majority of things take time. Anything we're doing, for the most part, takes time. Unless you win the lottery, the Powerball, you win big at a casino, it's going to take some time. Maybe a day, maybe a week, maybe a month, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, maybe 10 years. And it just comes down to how much do we want to put in of ourselves, of our mind, body, spirit, soul, and to what we're doing. That for me helps a little bit with the patience. Doesn't help 100%. Doesn't help 100% at all with the patience. It helps a little bit though, because I'm able to go, okay, let me just take a step back or two or three steps back. And when I do that, I go, oh, I didn't realize we were this close to this or that or this or that or this or that. And so we have to believe in ourselves. We have to keep dreaming. We have to always keep dreaming. Never stop dreaming. Never stop believing in ourselves. Never, ever, ever stop believing in yourself. Every single one of us is here on this earth for one reason or another. And I got chills just saying that, so I know that's the fact. And so I want to see you dream, live out your dreams, go after your dreams. There's going to be times people are going to doubt you. There's going to be times where a lot of people are going to doubt you. There's going to be times where you're going, oh my gosh, why have I spent so much time on this? And there's going to be other times where you're going to go, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that 5 years ago, this one thing that I did, that really started it all. And I get goosebumps again uh, as I revert back to, where it all started. The doubt, the money, nothing can take the heart out of what you do, what you have done, what you're going to do. So you just got to do it. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to do your research or due diligence. It's okay to ask people their thoughts. At the end of the day, though, you have to be the one that makes the decision because you're the one that's going to be waking up every morning or afternoon, depending on, sleep schedules and such. Uh, you're going to be the one that's going to have to look yourself in the mirror. Like I got to look myself in the mirror and go, okay, Justin, are you doing, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? Is it worth it? And I can say, heck yeah, it's worth it. And so because I believe in myself, I dream, I believe that God put me here for a reason, that He's kept me here for a reason. And even if I'm no longer on this earth tomorrow, again, I'm not. foretelling anything. But for some reason, today's my last day. Our shows are going to live on. We're going to continue helping people for a long, long time. And that's exactly what I want to do. It's exactly what we are doing at Voices for Voices in so many different ways. In a way, we're really just getting started. Yeah, we're just getting started. So maybe you are too. That's okay. If it takes 5, 10 years to finally get started, there's gonna be some bumps, some bruises, some obstacles, some forks in the road we got to pick. Sometimes we'll pick the wrong one. We'll have to back up and then go down the other fork, side of the fork. But that's all normal. That's all normal. And everybody's gone through that at some level, big or small. So let this be a time for reflection, a time to not worry as much, a time to be a little bit, just a teeny bit more patient, and a time for you to dream, a time for you to go after your dreams, a time for you to believe in yourself, and then others will believe in you as well. So thank you so much for joining us on this episode of the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. I'm Justin Allen Hayes, founder of Voices for Voices. Thank you so much. If you can give us a big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share. If you can reach out to maybe 25 contacts in your phone, say, hey, you got to check out the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. This is one of the hottest shows and podcasts in the world because it is. The analytics prove it out. We are. It's taken a while to get here, and it's going to continue to take a while. So thank you so much for being a part of us and spending your time, your energy with us, no matter how much time or how little time. Just remember, Voices for Voices. Have a great day. We're sending good vibes your way, and we're thinking about you. We're praying for you, for prosperity, for success, whatever that means to you. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you on the next episode. Bye bye.